Hello and welcome to my new channel. This is Carlin Hines. I'm the owner and operator of a business called BusyWorksBeats.com. We've trained over 1 million producers around the world. So I'm going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Trippie Redd, Polo G, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, a long list of other folks. So what we're going to get into today is what YouTube gurus will never tell you, because this is the stuff that gives them the advantage. And for those who are like new here, this whole channel is going to be me aiming to attract business owners and people who want to elevate their mindset, because on my music channel, I can't really give them all the business knowledge because they're not really business people. So my channel currently has 1.3 million subscribers. We had about 18,000 subscribers in the last 28 days. And then I'll show you guys the secret here. So the first thing is understanding the promotions tab. Nobody's going to tell you this because they either don't know it or they don't know. They just don't want to show you. Okay, so if you go to content and go to promotions, let's be honest, guys, YouTube is in a war with TikTok. The whole goal of YouTube is to dominate over TikTok when it comes to vertical short form content. So if we can help them win this metaphorical war, of course they're going to reward the people who help them. Because think about it, if I'm a video platform and I have millions of people uploading shorts every single day, that costs me server space. So it's going to cost me money for those people uploading those shorts. No matter how much engagement they get, it costs me money. Okay, it doesn't add money to the pot. And so the fact that advertisers really haven't, gotten into the mix just yet when it came to short form vertical as well. So you can't balance it out with advertisers versus users uploading. And so we have to understand this from a business perspective. If I were a business, if somebody paid me to put their content on the platform, that would make more sense because it's an even exchange. Okay. And so my method here is any short that I post that gets over 20,000 views and 1,000 likes, I promote it. So let's see here. Let's look at the views. So this one, the plugin creates the Tyler the Creator sound. What I'll do, it has 2,000 likes. And let me make sure I didn't already promote this. I didn't. So this fits my criteria. Now this method will only last for the length of the TikTok war. Once the TikTok war is over, I can't guarantee that this method works. Okay, let's click here. We're going to go to promote, and it's very simple. We're just going to make our goal audience growth. Boom, and then just keep the title the same. Sometimes it'll throw you an error if it thinks that your title has too much capital letters or like exclamation marks, whatever. So my budget, I just put it at $50. You guys can put it at anything lower than 50. It doesn't need to be 50. And I'll give it about 30 days to run. So I'll run it till the next month so that we can get data over time. Now this is going to give you the rough numbers, but this is not the actual number that you guys will get. So let's hit promote. You'll actually get better results than what they predict. Okay, so let's look at some results here. So if you guys can do some math with me, I want to show and prove before I start getting into the tactics. Okay, so with a $12 budget, okay, so I spent $12.91 on a YouTube vertical form, short, and then I got 335 subscribers. So let's divide $12.91 by 335. This is the cost per subscriber. So it's costing me under 4 cents to get one subscriber. Now, why is this important? Is because you can grow faster than anything on this platform currently. The difference between organic and inorganic is organic, we have to wait for people to share our stuff. It sounds noble to say your stuff's organic, but waiting for somebody else to share your stuff could take forever. Inorganic just means that we're not waiting for somebody to share our stuff with their friend to see it. It could be valuable, but if their friends never, they're holding it tight, especially with education, people feel like that's their advantage in the market. So if they constantly share the education, they feel like they're creating competitors. So they don't really share as much in this field of education. So inorganic means showing them the content regardless of if they share. Okay, so that's why we use the promotions tab. So let's say 4 cents per subscriber. Now, why is this important? Let's go to the YouTube analytics here, and let's just look at the last 28 days. So you want to calculate this per segment. So let's do last 7 days to keep this more accurate. So I have 6,000 videos on my channel. The gist in the theory is that when people watch the YouTube short, we not only gain a subscriber, but we also get them to watch other videos on our channel, and we don't get billed for that. Okay. So let's use this calculator again. So now we need to calculate the revenue per subscriber. So $888.25 divided by, and we need the exact amount of subscribers. So hover over your subscribers. So it's 4685 divided by 4685. Now this will give us the revenue per subscriber in the first 7 days. So we get I'm going to write this down. So in the first 7 days, we get 18 cents per subscriber. Now, why is that important? Because we just bought a subscriber or bought someone's attention or their pledge to join us for 4 cents. So we just multiplied 4 cents into 18 cents. What's the multiple? Let's divide 18 by 4 equals, so that's a 4.5x multiple. Okay, so 4 cents to acquire. So what's called the CAC, or the cost per acquisition, is 4 cents. We turn 4 cents into 18 cents. That's a 4.5 times multiple. It's very hard to get 4.5 times on your ad spend. Okay, and this is what nobody will tell you because they want to have the advantage before everybody else knows about this. I wanted to start this channel giving you guys gems just so I could build trust. I don't have any products to sell business owners just yet. I hope to have a creative agency at some point. I hope to have a team of, coaches to coach you guys through business. I hope to have products for business owners. Currently, I don't have any products or services. Doesn't mean I won't in the future though. So subscribe for that journey because I'll give you guys real stuff that actually work for me. I have over 1 million subscribers and it's time for me to start sharing to the business folks. Okay, so now let's calculate the first 28 days. So let's do the same exact thing here. So this is 4537. Now keep in mind too, on Google AdSense, sometimes we get paid more than what's listed here. So I don't know why that is, but I can tell you guys, we get paid more than what's listed here. Okay, so 4537, and let's divide that by 18,566. Okay, 566. Okay, so after the first 28 days, okay, now the value of that subscriber is 24 cents because now they, have time to look at our other content. Now let's divide 24 by 4 cents. We have now a 6 times multiple in the first month. Why is this important? Is because if you have a budget of even $100 for the first month, you can get a lot done. You could turn the 100 into 600 potential in revenue using this business model here, or this advertising model here. Okay. So that is the math on the first 30 days. Very profitable way to run YouTube. And this is without video editors. As you guys see, I'm not using this flashy like setup and all this video editing bullcrap that you guys are taught. We're just going straight to the gems. When you have value to give, it does not matter about all the extra stuff that people are doing on YouTube. That's just the biggest distraction. Okay, let's go to the last 90 days. Now what we're gonna do here is take this number 16,422. We have to use exact numbers here, divided by 71,171, 71,171, 71,171. That's a weird number. And then we get 23 cents. Now my theory here is that the revenue could have fluctuated for a specific point, or we could have gotten an influx of subscribers based on viral content. So in this case, it's telling us 90 days is at 23 cents. So there's a variable here around the 90 days that we have to figure out how we gain more subscribers than our usual. But because we're using average numbers, we're just going to stick with this average number here. Okay, and then lastly, let's try 365 days. And as you guys can see, we have, basically it's not as great of a graph. Let me show you guys the, oh, that's the revenue. No wonder. Okay, I was on the wrong tab. So lifetime, okay, this channel made significant amounts. Okay, cool. But as you guys can see, when I started implementing this YouTube short strategy, that's where we got the highest growth of subscribers on all platforms. I've never gotten this much activity on Facebook ads, Google ads, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. What else is there? I feel like I'm missing one. Instagram. I've never had this much growth before. Okay, so as you guys can see, huge growth back in 2023. If I knew any better, I would have put more budget into it. I took a break because I was like, maybe this is just a one-shot wonder. And then I tried it again in 2024. It worked. It still works till this day. I'm just, changing my budget throughout. Okay, so now we have, let's go back to 365. All right, so now let's use this 59. Now, keep in mind, YouTube is simply the beginning of our content. I'll say funnel, but I don't think of it that way. Just how people are introduced to us is YouTube most of the time. So 5961866, okay? And let's divide this by however many subscribers we got in the year. As you guys can see when I ran these promotions, okay, and they're super effective, because once the algorithm stops filtering us and people see us, they're like, wow, this stuff is super valuable. It's just modern day marketing is trying to figure out how to get around the filter. 2040-040, 2040-040. Also, it seems like it's rounding up some of these numbers because rarely is stuff even like this. Okay, so it says 24. So let's just assume that our average, we'll say LTV for 1 year, meaning lifetime value for 1 year, is 24 cents. Okay, and it costs me 4 cents. So anytime I can get a subscriber lower than 24 cents, I'm making some type of profit. Now the difference in profit depends on what you guys push. So if I'm running a promotion on YouTube that, you know, get subscribers at 4 cents, that's why I have criteria. I only push videos that have 20,000 views on YouTube, and I also check my other platforms too, but I try to make sure it's only on YouTube, and that's my criteria. Once it hits 20,000 views, it stands out from the rest. Okay, so I need to be pushing this one, how to make a snare roll. This one needs to be on the budget too. So let's go here. So as you guys can see, I'm implementing this in real time. I don't just tell you guys to do stuff I wouldn't do. And let's do audience growth. We're not going to do video views because we could care less. And let's do 50. Now from my data, I found that, now most people tell you retention is the biggest correlation of revenue on YouTube. And from my data, the actual better correlation is subscribers. Subscribers create more revenue than watch time. Watch time is secondary to subscribers. So if we can get a subscriber for 4 cents on YouTube currently, because they're waging a TikTok war, the supply is lower than the demand right now. The demand is higher for short form content and the supply is low. So if we can not only supply the content, but also the finance to help support the back end of Google, of course they're going to help us push the content. And now we're in front of people that we normally wouldn't be because we're waiting on somebody else to share our TikTok or share our vertical shorts. Okay, so cost per acquisition is 4 cents. Ultimate, at least 1 year LTV is 24 cents. That means you're multiplying your investment times 6x investment in 1 year. Tell me where you could do that by waiting on the stock market in a year, if you're not like a seasoned vet. Okay, so 6x return. Do not sleep on this. Nobody will tell you about this because they're trying to keep it to themselves. And let me show you guys some more data before I head out here. I have one video that, let me see if I can find it. One video I put 2K into, it was a short, and it's my top video now. Now keep in mind, these views do not count towards your, like if you go to your page and you check the views, these views don't get added to that view count. These are not counted. But when you go to your actual channel, you'll see that the views are higher. That's because people come back to watch this stuff and you're not being billed for it. Okay, so here we have, I spent what, 2,100. This is when I first found out about this. Now I tried this on long form, but it does not work the same. Okay, so 2101.27 divided by, we had 38,586 subscribers from this campaign. And we still, after spending $2,000, y'all, we still got a subscriber for under 5 cents. I hope you understand this. That's my target where I usually cut off the advertisement. Once it hits 5 cents, I just cut it off. But I've learned that, okay, my LTV is 24 cents. We still have wiggle room to get a lot of profit here. So I don't want to be greedy trying to get everything below 4 cents or 5 cents, I mean. So in this case, we're turning 5 cents. Okay, so let's do the math here. So if I spent 2,000 and we get a 6x return, if you have a $2,000 budget times 6, that's 12,000 in potential ad revenue, simply from understanding that YouTube is in a war with TikTok for vertical form dominance. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Wishing you guys well. I'm not even going to push this video. I just wanted to organically find you. And if you found this video, you found gems, because I'm one to I just hate when people BS you guys. They're going to tell you to get this whole setup, get this perfect camera, make sure you get the key light, the filler light, all this stuff that doesn't add value to what you're doing. Like, the value of this video is the fact that you guys learned something, you can apply it and get real results. That's value. I'm leading you to your desired outcome. Most of you have a desired outcome of wealth. So if that was my message today, I would have said how to make, you know, how I made $500,000 on YouTube. That would have been my messaging for the title. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. If your motivation was social status, I'd say how I got 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube in under however many years. because that's people chasing social status. There's other people chasing power. So how, you could talk about subscribers, you could talk about how you collab with all these people, or how the students I've trained have gone to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, long list of other folks. That would be the people who are trying to chase power. There are other people who might be chasing mastery. So if I put this video up online and I wanted to attract the people chasing mastery, I would say the YouTube gurus will never tell you this. Okay, or the YouTube gurus are wrong, something like that. And I'm missing one. I said social status, status, power, wealth, health, and fitness. So if I were to promote health and fitness, it means fitness of genes. So in that case, I would say how becoming a YouTuber led to my family, or something like that. Okay, so, which I do actually have a family. Okay, and a child. So subscribe if you're new. I'm not going to talk any longer. Just wanted to give you guys game. Nobody's going to tell you this. They're going to actually advise you against it, which is crazy to me. Subscribe. That's all I have. It's just subscribe. Peace out, y'all.